Hello, everyone, and welcome to a little bit of a special thing. These days, I'm sorry, but due to school and, us hating each other, we don't really have time to record full pods anymore. I'm sorry, I wish we did. We don't. So
and we don't really like you guys.
Yeah, we're not really good content creators. But I thought it would be fun still to put out a little content. So I thought we'd just do a little 5 to 10 minute video. I could edit it a little bit so it's, more interesting. So I was thinking we would do a little review of a movie we both saw recently. We're going to talk about us. Just
as people.
Yes, our relationship, our friendship, where it went wrong. So, it's been out for a while, and by the time this video comes out, it'll have been out for a long time. So, spoiler alert, spoilers for us. But
you've already seen it.
Yeah.
Who are we kidding?
You would never miss a Peel film.
A Crawdaddy.
A Crawdaddy. Crawdaddy! Yeah, we both loved Get Out. It was one of the first films we ever talked about on the podcast. And
Get Out is part of our channel, basically.
Yeah, we would not be here without Peel. And so we were both very, very excited for this one. And I thought it was very good, but not as good as
Get Out. I agree. I think there were some moments where I was very confused. Which kind of
whenever Winston dabbed, I was like,
No, that's what I was. Then I was full of clarity.
Dabbed all the doubt out of your mind. Yeah, I think that's that was quite the moment for Winston's career. Like as far as what I liked, I think it was very well, much like Get Out, it was very well written, and I think the concept. I've talked about this a lot, but my favorite kind of horror stuff, because I'm not big into horror, is like
anything Peel does.
Well, I mean, kind of. This is sort of like his style, where like you can tell something's kind of off, and then it builds and builds, and it's not like jump scares. I mean, there are jump scares, but it's more like just weirdness, and then it reveals it all at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Get Out, and also like parts of, I think, like Black Mirror's like that from what I've seen. And so I really like that, and I felt like that was the build up to the reveal and everything was really well done here. I think the reveal itself
of her being
that reveal I really like. The twist.
Yeah, the twist at the end
that she's
actually
tethered.
She's actually a tethered.
The tethered. But I think I was a little confused by the actual like the explanation for what they. I think maybe it's just because I'm dumb,
feels,
but
well, yeah,
probably
that's a big part of it. But
so
it just felt a bit, it felt a little bit. I don't want to say generic, but it was a little not Peel-esque the way it was just like a government experiment went wrong. Right?
Yeah, like Get Out was a very unique. I mean, we shouldn't compare it is.
Peel could never top Get Out.
In its own right, it is very, and like I don't want to say like, oh, it's bad because it's not as good as Get Out, but just because it has so many similarities. I think the big reveal there of what was going on was more unique, and I think more shocking than the one in this. But also, that's like the more literal explanation. There's also the deeper meanings behind it, which I've been watching a few videos, and I'm still...
Oh, yeah. I saw a few videos this morning.
Most of the videos are like, we don't really know what Peel was thinking. No one could ever tell what Peel thinks. But we probably should, but I'm not going to take a shot at like what I think it means deeper metaphorically, because I feel like I've only seen it once, and if I was going to make those kinds of theories, I'd want to see it again. And there are other people who've made videos that I feel express those ideas better. But there are some really interesting...
Because you are a terrible YouTuber.
Yeah, true. Because there are some really interesting ideas on that part. But as far as like other parts of the film, performances, fantastic.
Really, can I just say, more on the horror thing, the way they move. Like some of the run as well.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
And the design is like with I think they have like their eyebrows shaved or something. The one that creeped me out the most, honestly, was
the girl, right?
Yeah. Which was surprising because I thought Duke would be the scariest man alive.
Duke was scary until he started talking, just going. We're not being mean. It's literally just how Duke sounds.
Okay, yeah. I guess we can talk about that. We're going kind of all over the place, but I did think there were a few moments in the film that were. I think it was a very funny film, like when it was trying to be in that Peel way. But I think there were a few moments that were unintentionally funny, and I couldn't tell if it was supposed to be funny. Like Duke's scream, I don't know if that was supposed to be funny or not.
And Duke's wheelies in the boat, I couldn't tell if that was supposed to be funny or dramatic.
Duke yelled "Crawdaddy" as he did a donut. I couldn't tell if that was the best joke of all time
or a serious death wish for Duke.
But like also
that's what really released the tethered.
Just the words "crawdaddy."
They all wake up.
And also Lupita Nyong'o, who I thought was amazing. Her voice as the evil doppelganger.
Red.
Her voice initially, it got a lot of laughs in the cinema we were in, and I think it was supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
And
it got scary like further on.
Yeah,
but,
like once
in
you
the
kind of
beginning, I was
adjusted to it, but when she started with that like the very raspy, it sounded a little bit like Peele was like, "Hey, just do like a creepy voice," you know? Horror-wise, it like we talked about, worked very well. The jump scares were few and far between enough, and like the genuinely scary parts, like I felt when what's her name, the girl from Mad Men, her family got attacked. I felt that was a really good
Elizabeth
scene.
Olsen? Or Moss?
Yeah,
It's
Moss.
Olsen.
It's Moss.
Is it
Olsen
Olsen
is the Scarlet Witch.
Ah.
That scene was really well done. I thought Peele. Well, okay, I missed Duke murdering Duke.
Yeah, you totally missed it. You're like, I was in there, oh my god, and you're like, what happened? I was like, my man, he turned him into a Duke smoothie.
A doozy.
He made a doozy out of him.
I don't know how I missed it. Maybe I blinked or something at that exact moment, but like
It's a real the Predator moment.
yeah, when what's his face, it's already in the patient's mouth, son gets killed. But like I just
You must hate that that's his name.
I saw him like yeah, like I think he grabs his like leg or something, and then he goes into the engine or something, like Indiana Jones style.
Yeah, so Duke gets up because you know how in the beginning he's like, oh, you just have to hit the engine and it starts.
Yeah.
And then
He
hits the engine and then a doozy appears.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like I want to watch it again for a few reasons, but like one of the lesser ones is I really need to see the Duke smoothie come out. Also, I love the anticlimactic flare gun misdirect.
Yeah.
I remember
You called it like he's gonna kill him with a flare gun.
Yeah, because I remember like they're talking at the start where he's like, "Oh, you don't even have a flare gun." Then I remembered in the trailer there's a part where Duke is on the boat with a flare gun. I was like, "Oh, he's totally gonna kill that dude with a flare gun." And then he just shoots the saddest flare that does absolutely nothing. But the thing is, though, I'm glad. Like, I know we talked about how the reveal of like it just being a government experiment is a little underwhelming, but I'm glad they didn't spend like a lot of time on that, because that's not the point of the that's
exactly.
the framework that they build like the actual horror and character on. So I'm glad they didn't spend more time on that. It's like this is a weird example, but like Terminator Genisys is like all about the time travel, even though that's just like, you know, the science to get the story going. So I'm glad they didn't spend a ton of time on that. But I did think it was interesting. Yeah, the Lupita Nyong'o being like untethered. I didn't see that coming.
No, me neither.
And I thought it was really interesting. And like the final battle kind of thing. With also, I'm so happy they used the music from the trailer. I thought, yeah, because I love that in the trailer. And
what do you think when she actually kills Red?
I like the moment a lot, but it's another thing where I feel like I want to see it again because there's so much in this film to like digest that I feel like some of it I didn't really like. It's probably some kind of, you know, commentary on the darker side of her, and I think that's also, yeah, again, like with the doppelgangers, it's like the maybe not the worst parts of us, but like, you know, that kind of thing. And I want to it fucks with your mind, and I want to see it again to really get all of that kind of stuff in there. And I feel like there's something else I wanted to. It's brutal. It's funny. It is. Oh, that's my only other like kind of big complaint is I feel like going back to Get Out, I feel like that movie has the perfect blend of horror and comedy.
Yeah.
And I feel like this one, the comedy sometimes came in at points where it cut the it didn't seem realistic, and like it's obviously an unrealistic, you know, clones and stuff. But yeah, like in Get Out, there was never like when he's murdering the people who are trying to you know, kidnap him. Like he doesn't
get stabbed, bitch.
He doesn't make it like it's just like, and you feel like it feels real, and that's part of what I love about that. And here, like after I think they're sitting in Elizabeth Moss's house, and they like make a joke or something. I'm like, I feel like you should be more freaked out right now. Like considering also the rest of the film is pretty realistic, like in terms of the characters and like how they like real world people would react. I feel like you should be more.
How Duke gets hit one time on the leg, he can't walk for the rest of the movie.
For the rest of the movie. That's yeah, but no, it was, and it's shot very well. Great ending.
How do you think, like, because of the fact that she is the tethered, the tethered, right? In the end, do you think that's gonna like change something in the fam? Like, is she plotting to do something? With
I don't
them?
know. I also like that because I saw it, like at the end she smiles, she stares at her son for a bit and smiles at him and like.
And Jason's like, oh god.
She's so gonna kill me. I don't know. That's it's such an interesting film. I feel like there's a lot of like this like us analysis is just us being like, yeah, it probably means something smart that we can't think of right now. But yeah, I think it's an excellent, a very well done horror comedy that I feel definitely, much like Get Out, lends itself to multiple viewings. Yeah, there's a lot to pick apart there. But if you're not looking for that and you just want to enjoy like a horror comedy with with a great Duke in it, it's
two great Dukes. That's
yeah, it's actually two excellent Dukes in it. We're joking about it. He's great in it. I think he's one of the best.
He's like, we're joking. He's terrible.
So yeah, Peele is 2-0, or is that the expression? And he's got the Twilight Zone coming up, so that should be pretty good. I was just watching some Key and Peele sketches earlier, and I was like, God, what a talented man that he's both this ridiculous funny comedian and then also really smart writer director. I don't know if there's anything else. I love the music as well. Yeah, it's great. Check it out if you
Very
have
much so.
the stomach for some.
This video is sponsored by us.
if you're okay with a little bit of violence, not too bad, but a little bit of violence, some jump scares, but
Yeah.
a very smart, interesting, good
Deep
horror film. Deep horror film.
Yeah.
Deep Duke.
Duke.
So, thank you very much for watching. I don't know if the podcast will be back soon or if we'll have some more of these smaller videos. I don't know, but we'll see. Hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Wow.